Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's this time of the year that we like to say,
Welcome to Eejits of the World!
Unwrapped 2024.
Yeah, man, under the tree.
That's it, under the metaphorical tree of mirth. Here we leave you, ladies and gentlemen, with 2 episodes of solid gold. Myself and Mr. Glenn's favourite nonsense from this year's Eejits of the World, Mr. Glenn.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, we've listened to it all back with a fine-tooth comb.
These are the ones that considering these are what we're offering you, ladies and gentlemen, is the creme de la creme of Eejits 2024. We put out 35 episodes this year, Mr. Glenn. In total, we've had over, about 120 different Eejits.
And these ones have risen to the top of the pond.
Oh, yes, they have, ladies and gentlemen. These Eejits are choking the oxygen out of the water system.
Yes, they have to be skimmed. They have to be isolated and skimmed.
So let us begin, shall we?
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Eejits of the World Unwrapped 2024. This is episode 1 of 2, and this is your Christmas Day special, ladies and gentlemen.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, ho, ho.
Hold up.
And bah humbug to all that don't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, to the humbug people. Bah.
Yes, exactly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully by the end of this hour or hour and a half, Christ knows how long it'll be, you will be ready, ladies and gentlemen, to throw open your windows and ask small orphan boys in the street, what day is this?
Yeah, be careful with that. Make sure it's Christmas Day if you do that.
Yeah, 100%. People don't want your opinions the next day. Okay.
No epiphanies on Boxing Day.
Thank you.
This looks weird. Yeah.
Absolute Stephen say thank you very much. Let's do this thing, ladies and gentlemen. Our first thing out of our bulging sack is a wee small story back from the 7th of February of this year from an episode known as Simian Eejits. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a story about a little monkey in a Brazilian forest that just happens to look a lot like an Englishman.
Or does the Englishman look like the monkey? That is the kind of question we pose here.
Enjoy. Because in Brazil, yes, you know, Brazil, there is a type of monkey, hopefully our video producer will be capable of putting this up onto the screen because it's pretty damn special. Turns out there's a type of macaque in Brazil called macaco inglês. Hopefully this isn't going to be too hard for you. I know you're not a natural.
I've already figured it out, but tell me.
It's so great. Look at his face on this monkey. It's so red. It has a bum for a head. It has an arse for a mouth. It has 2 piss holes in the snow for eyes. But mostly it is the reddest faced thing that has ever not been a Tory backbencher.
It's actually born with a little phone that it can call into radio shows with.
just want to say, when I started swinging from these trees, it was all macaques. Do you know what I mean? Nobody had to go, you didn't have to fill out a form and go, are you macaco in glaze? Everybody was just macaco. Do you know what I mean? You could leave your tree unlocked at night. During the day, we had bananas, everybody had bananas. Do you know what I mean?
We didn't have any of these rhesus monkeys coming over here.
No, everybody was the same monkey. Do you know what I mean? There were only 3 names. Terry, Tony, Steve, Chris, and Gary. How many, you know what I mean? How many names does a monkey need? So, I mean, if you're English, it is crazy insulting. Like, because, and yet, wow, you've seen the guy.
Yeah, and it's not only is it true, like, it does look like an English guy, I think it's also revenge for what Brazilian means over here. It's like, and they played that nice and long. They were like,
that's okay. That's okay. Last 30 years, the whole of Brazil's been, that's fine. Tabu, no problem. Our entire country is just whipping pussy hair out. Okay, that's fine. That's what
is
you
it
know.
like our tongues hang out and you think it looks like,
that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. You think it's just
Yeah.
You know,
You've reduced it.
We are home to the 3rd largest airplane manufacturer in Brera.
Yeah.
You know.
That could mean Brazilian.
That could be it. Could be about our planes. But no. It's just about our smooth beetle bonnets. Our pubic mounds. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. This red-faced monkey is about you. You see, this which is if you turn him around, yeah, hairy, very hairy. No oral sex for this. That's so great. But honestly, he does look like, you know what I mean? Occasionally, there's just a Tory backbenchers, you know, caught having a wank over tractors in the house. Yeah. I mean, he looks like that. The thing is that I became a monkey.
Yeah, he looks like AI has drawn a Tory backbencher.
MP actually stands for monkey person. And I'm the monkey person from Midwest lower higher riding of Little Shitbury.
Just when they pan and like everyone's for Prime Minister questions, he's just at the back picking lice up.
You see, when I was a young monkey, grooming was a positive thing. Yeah. It was a sign that you enjoyed the company of your young constituents.
So if you hear any rumors, that's what it's about. I'm actually a monkey, and I was grooming the other monkeys and
removing the lice
from
the pubes. Oh dear! Oh dear! I just edited it myself in real time. That was good. That was handy.
Don't do it. Just let it free. Let it all rip.
But you know what it is? The thing is, obviously, it's when you see it, like, this is basically this little monkey, very characterful, I should say. This macaco English is, it looks sunburnt.
Sadly, it looks like a baboon's ass, which you don't want to get caught in the wrong side of town with a face like a baboon's ass when a horny baboon's around.
That's right. You're getting skull folks. Horny baboon.
Yeah.
I've seen the baboon.
Or the baboon wants a blowjob. Flips you over.
Whatever. Either way,
it's not gonna be fun.
It's not for you anyway. Can't speak for the macaque. Might like it a great deal. But he looks sunburnt.
Yeah.
That's why he's called as in, you know, English sunburn, which I've actually witnessed, right? Many moons ago. I was in Rio, right?
Right.
And I went along. It was Man United were in their pomp.
Yeah.
Not a Man United fan, so I went along to support the other team, Vasco da Gama.
Oh, I thought you meant like you'd just gone to Brazil because Man United was so good. Like, I just had to get away from it. I had to get away from it all. Walk the streets of Rio de Janeiro.
I'd rather get hit with a stray bullet.
And watch those assholes lift another trophy.
Yet another trophy. It's been a while, boys. Anyway, it was United were in, I think it was the Club World Cup. I can never remember when that thing is on.
Oh, yeah,
and they were against Vasco da Gama, which is one of the...
So you were explorer. Really?
Indeed, named after the scorer.
No, they were playing him.
Yes, they were playing one man from the 16th century.
He'd fallen into the Vasco da Gama the fountain of youth.
Yes.
And played Man U. I'm sorry.
Which wasn't his fountain of youth. The thing. So I went along to the game, right? And it was our winter, their summer. Okay. And it was in the Maracanã, the legendary Rio de Janeiro stadium, right? It's like over 100,000 people. Wow. It's dug into the ground to fit everybody in. It's like an amazing, giant stadium, one of the biggest in the world. And it was free seating, right? And all the Brazilian fans naturally went into the shade. But the 5,000 travelling Manx, right, and it was a midday kickoff. They were all straight away up there, upper deck, sunshine, the whole time, like that. It was like Brazil summer. And they're all like fat and they're bald and they're all topless and they're all just shouting. Right? And I was like, oh, these dickheads. And these Brazilian guys were beside me. He goes, it's okay, just 20 minutes. They will calm down. Oh boy, did they all. Fuck off. What are you going to do about it? Come on. Come on, you Spanish bastards. Yeah. Like 20 minutes in the game, like, okay, now. They were just slowly
blasted them with a laser.
Yeah, exactly. Just a death ray. Just a Mancunian death ray, which is actually just a bedside lamp.
Yeah.
It's more than enough for those rain monkeys. Drizzle beasts. There were thousands of them all just slowly
getting even more nasally.
Just slowly going down.
That's the funniest thing about like people from Manchester. Just that, like, do they ever, if after they make a speech, do they have to stop because their nose is tired? Just have to lie down.
Just give it a couple of minutes, you know. I'll be back. So what? They were crushed. They were just...
I'm envisioning...
They wilted. They look like they wilted.
You know those red potatoes that you can get? That's what I'm envisioning, 20,000 of those.
Yeah, that's right. If you peel us, we're just like normal potatoes.
Oh, you're going to peel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh. But the Brazilians were like, wow, it's just like, there was one guy behind me who was just like, it's like watching a nature documentary. Incredible. Slowly cooking. In macaco English.
Yeah. Well, you see, you think that it was the sun that did that to the English monkey. I just think it's a blood pressure issue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Those monkeys watch too much GB news, and it gets under their skins, and they don't take their medicine.
What is it about that heavily salted pig meat you insist on eating every single day? Maybe that's why it's called a macaco English. Just in the jungle, there they are, foraging away. But one of the more unusual denizens of the forest. Here we are, macaco English, talking into his full English. You're like cocker. Mate, I'm fucked. I'll be all right once I get this in. Granny, once I get into me. Fucking hell. Have you got any paracetamol?
Every once in a
mate.
while, one of their hearts pops like a goddamn shotgun blast, and all the birds fly out of the tree. We called it an English monkey because it was the only other thing we'd ever seen eat bacon and beans at the same time.
It had a fried onion, but there was a fried tomato on his plate, but it never ate it.
No, it ate
Never ate
right around it.
Right, but it insisted that it was on there. And it wouldn't be something known as a full English monkey breakfast without it. Not eating that. Fuck off. Mushrooms? What are we, French? Not a French monkey. Just 2-3 types of pig. Some eggs and beans. Yeah. And then the rest of it's just, decoration. Yeah. It's objet d'art.
Yeah, get you 3 a day.
Oh dear. Yeah, that monkey does look like it's just the monkey. If you still haven't seen it, what it looks like it drinks in a railway train station pub.
The last place it's allowed to drink in town.
I've already told you, mate. Last orders, right? Fuck off. I were in the Falklands. That's the sound it makes across the canopy. Mate, I were in the Falklands, mate. Oh dear. Well, I dread to think what the Irish monkey looks like. Oh, well, hooray for monkeys.
Yeah.
And wonderful. Thank you very much, our simian chums, for not one but 2 wonderful tales.
Yeah, and if anybody else has got monkey stories, send them in, because I love talking about monkeys.
I can't believe this podcast could be mostly about monkeys.
If we needed it to be, we could do it.
There's so many different types.
I know.
Isn't there? Mm-hmm. There's really little ones.
And there's big ones.
That's right. They're all hairy, though.
Yeah.
Except for the smooth ones. Anyway.
And it's not unless you shave them, and you're not allowed to do that anymore.
That's right, mate, because beards are in. Shave me like a 90s monkey.
Honey.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, Andrew, my selection comes from September the 4th, and I'm sure you'll remember that just from the date. It was when we found out that they banned the claw machines in Rio de Janeiro because it was seen as gambling.
In an otherwise Mormon-like city.
Yes. They finally got their version of Trump, and he's a Mormon, apparently.
Oh man, God, this story absolutely spiraled. Enjoy. Now then, Mr. Glenn, do you have a story for me?
I do. It's about the hubris of billionaires.
Oh, we love a bit of hubris.
Yes.
And there's no Egypt like an incredibly rich Egypt.
No, and maybe the most hubrastic of all the hubris.
The hubrastic. I tell you what, I have known many men in my time, but I've never known a man that speaks better English than this man. Hubrastic. Hubrasticized. I might not be a city slicking lawyer.
Some people say you're just selling facts.
Yes. Yep. Well, yes, I am. I just got 2 starving men in a pit. What of it? Throw in a cockerel and a pig.
If you want to see the outcome, I will sell you a ticket.
You come along to Louisiana State Fair. Bet on room.
And don't go into, it is not in the fair proper. It is in one of the parking lots, which will be defined on the day.
The day will be the day we're in Denny's parking lot. We will shoo away the lot lizards. We will bring in only the finest entertainment that Louisiana can put forward in your parish. All right. Go on, tell me all about these billionaires.
Elon Musk is back.
Elon Musk, I tell you what, he can't keep out of the news.
No.
What with him owning one of the news channels?
Yeah, and having a special thing that, and I assume this is only for me, but every time he tweets, it shows up like it breaks into my news coverage. And it's just him saying one word. He's responding to tweets. And it's coming, like I'm trying to watch the Vancouver Whitecaps, and it like bloops into my iPad like, oh, Elon has spoken again.
Oof.
Oh well, what hasn't he understood this time?
So lame.
Moon-headed man.
Who would have thought a South African wouldn't be cool?
Yeah. Well, this is what's happened. He's pissed off Brazil so much that he's had to grow his pubes back. That's how serious they are. He is banned.
I'm sorry, no smooth testicles for you. You don't deserve to be all smooth.
Slaps the wax paddle away. No.
Not for you. No, the shameful hairy testicles of another man for you.
Money can buy a lot of things.
But balls so smooth, they taste like a skin lozenge. Not for you.
Well, and the judge that he's feuding with sort of does look like a shorn ball sack.
Of course he does. That's how he became the most senior judge in Brazil. You want to climb the top of the greasy pole in Brasilia. Oh, yeah. João, show me your testicles. Gilberto, show me your balls.
I'm looking into myself. I don't know if I can see a reflection or that's just a testicle.
My balls are just like me. We both move around in the bath. So how has he managed to piss off Brazil?
Yeah, it's over some of the loose facts that get tweeted about, and Brazil was like, you gotta do something about this, and he was like, I don't have to do anything about it. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Well, we're a country. You are not.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Some of the facts that we are not particularly delighted about. You said that 40% of our women do not have amazing asses.
Oh. Ay.
Ay, casao. Vai con Deus. So he was just throwing out some shite about Brazil.
Yeah, well, I think it was over the election, and they were like, "No, none of this is true." I don't know if you follow him on Twitter.
I don't, but somehow what would have been his party, he seems to be in the kitchen of my feed all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, so
I'm trying to sneak in to get an information beer from the fridge of the internet. And he's just always there by the toaster.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude,
it's like U2's album that none of us wanted.
Yes, and U2's career never came back from it either. No. People have to choose. Yeah. They don't want... Yeah, what it kind of pisses me off on Twitter is that people are like... In my case, he's only in my feed because people... screen grab and complain about him. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be like if you were in the pub and somebody insisted on complaining about whoever owns the ancestral ground rent to your property. Like,
what he doesn't realize is that he's being used, and I truly believe that the money that bought him.
You truly allegedly.
Yeah.
Believe.
I allegedly.
You truly allegedly.
I don't think it's his money. I think other people gave him that, and he thought that they were like, oh, we'll back him, and he's got our side. No, they wanted him to ruin Twitter, And that was the proviso. Like, we'll give you the money, but you have to run it. And he was like, yeah, they think they get... No, you
You have to run it.
You run it.
Sack everyone.
Into the ground.
Sack everyone. Show up at the headquarters with the sink.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, we'll give you $44 billion if you do that. You fucking moron.
Well, hey, but screw him, because I'll tell you why. Because that's not the big news from Brazil. The big news from Brazil is, in the same week that they banned Twitter from Brazil, they've also banned the claw machine.
Whoa.
You know what I'm talking about. From the world of fairgrounds, arcades, and generally wasting your money.
I can't even imagine the person who's having the worst week in Brazil. Social media junkie, but when he's not doing it, he's
It's so hard to catch anything. Except, in Brazil, it's not teddy bears, it's not cuddly toys, it's tiny bundas. They're a glass cabinet of bundas. You have to catch a bunda. They banned them because
what's a bunda?
A bunda is Brazilian slang for a bum, but particularly a particularly pleasant bum.
Oh, yeah,
it's a compliment.
Right.
Yes.
Oh,
a bunda. Que bunda.
A bunda.
Que linda, que
Surely
bunda.
it's a bunda.
Oh, I'm sure, but that would be then 4 bums.
Is it plural?
Well, bums are sold in a pack of 2.
Yeah.
Right? So if you say bunda, what you've then got is 4 cheeks.
Well, no, because if I said bum, you wouldn't think 4 cheeks.
Well, I would.
Wow.
I'm multiplying it in my mind. Don't you worry about that. I'm counting them.
He's working the bottom line on me with the contract. I said bum. I would sell you a bum. That's 2 bums, actually.
Actually.
That's 4 cheeks. I don't care if it's the same person, but it's...
No, 4 different cheeks. Anyway, the reason why Brazil, the police in Rio de Janeiro have stepped in and seized all the claw machines in Rio.
I suppose they were all out of crime.
Yeah.
They had to...
It was a Monday. The police in Rio de Janeiro went, nothing happening? Nothing.
Check the speed cameras.
Nothing.
There's nothing in there, Sergeant.
Nothing. What about littering? Nothing.
No, everybody's using the
So
baskets.
it's time for the claw.
Yeah.
They said the reason why was that they believe that the claw machines are in fact gambling, because you never know whether you're going to win or not. And I would retort to that by saying they're not gambling, because you definitely know you're not going to win on a claw machine. The weakest grip in the world.
Yes, I think we all remember the classic James Bond. They're all sitting around a claw machine. So, Doctor, no.
No, I just got what you're talking about. Monte Carlo. Sat around the table with some of the most evil villains.
One of them has 2 claws for hands. Is this directed at me? Because I feel like this is like you're making fun of me. Can I use my own hand? No, you can't use your own hands. Well, okay. Yeah, we're trying to sneak his little claw over the glass. Dr. Octopus, what are you doing? No, nothing. No.
Mr. Laszlo Fontaine. I assume. One of the most claw-handed villains I've ever had the displeasure of strangling in a bathroom of a hurtling train. There's Eva Green in a ball gown. just trying to get a Woody out of the thing.
Here, press the red button for me, would you?
Yeah. Hit it twice. Once to lower. The second time to that'd be so great. So, Mr. Bond, the fate of the world depends on your final chance. Will you get to shun the ship or not? We shall see. Are you sure you don't want to talk about the uranium proliferation? Yeah. If you wouldn't mind, just beautiful woman, if you wouldn't mind blowing on my claw.
Sure. Oh. Well, that's worked out better than I thought. I thought it was going to be a long night.
Might be a whore, but it's not blowing on claws. This is my thing.
I actually have a clause.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good. Yeah, so it's not gambling. I don't think they're gambling.
Yeah.
They're just rigged. That's not gambling. Gambling is a fine activity between a casino and a man, and it's 50-50. Anybody could win. Me or the giant golden building that's always been there. Or me, the drunken schmuck who's in town for one night. It's a 50-50.
Yeah.
I wish you all the very best, casino.
You've never grappled with a mind like mine before.
You've seen the movie Rain Man, right?
Yeah. I've had a whole bottle of scotch and I haven't eaten anything for 24 hours. So, mind fight.
I'm going to be taking the gold off your roof.
Yeah.
One claw grab at a time.
I'm not allowed into a lot of casinos. Do you know why? Drunkenness. But that's not the point. I've been kicked out of counting cards or vomit on the shoes. Who knows? Could have been a multitude of things. But
all the evil villains sat around the giant oak table. It's just bing, boom, 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 bing, boom, boom, boom. Sorry, I can't hear you over the machine. I'm saying you will rue the day. You will rue the...
yeah.
You will rue the day you crossed me, Mr. Bond.
And just as the claw gets a hold of Sean the Sheep's head, the waitress comes over and said, your table's ready, gentlemen.
Jesus.
Yeah, if it's one of your birthdays, you eat for free. Welcome to Denny's. Come on.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Finally, I was wondering when the Rio de Janeiro police force were going to get into the show.
Yeah.
We've had so many cop forces in this show over the years. We've had the Irish cops, the Aussie cops, South African cops. We've had New Orleans
the Aussie
cops.
cops a few times.
Yeah, New Orleans cops. But finally, Rio de Janeiro. Finally, you're cracking. Apparently, they said in the article that they were number one, they're actually gambling machines, and number two, that they were connected to organised crime. Like when in a world of a city where you got 50,000 frontline gangsters with machine guns as one of the world's major exit ports of the cocaine trade, when do you have time to corner the claw machine market?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to City of God Part 3. Where the favelas or where the claw machines are forced to go.
They're gone underground now.
Yeah. How'd you lose the leg? An underground claw machine. You shouldn't have been playing. I'd been in a lot. I'd been going to my support group, but it's sitting in a circle. Somebody passed a plate of cookies over, and I reached out for it, and well, next thing I knew, I was dead. You guys happen to have a better system than this.
Just showing up, all the claw machines disappearing because command you. The big gang in Rio have taken them all. Where have they gone to? They've gone deep into the favelas. Just showing up with all the claw machines. Okay, guys, get rid of the chicken fighting. What are we supposed to do with these cockerels? Eat them. They are chickens.
It's that or the claw machine. Which one you want to eat?
You can't eat the claw machine.
No.
You can definitely eat the chicken.
Choice is yours.
The choice is yours, Rio.
I have an Uzi.
I'm armed. I've got a machine gun and flip-flops. It's up to you. As you can see by my footwear, I ain't running. These bullets are doing the sprint for me. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yes.
But so we applaud Brazil for standing up to the fucking asshat that is Elon Musk.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we mock Brazil for going after the weakest crime in the world.
It's a weird time to do it, too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the whole world's watching. You're having quite a public spat with Elon Musk.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what else is a rip-off Rio Police? That was that little airplane outside. Your toddler's not taking off. Like, that's not a real plane. Like, that's just going back and forward. That's never getting in the air.
No.
You might want to investigate that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, nevertheless, muito obrigado, Brazil. Muito obrigado.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
Well, good. We're really tucking into our Christmas feast of Eejits. Our next Eejit story comes, ladies and gentlemen, from the 22nd of May of this year. That was a good time.
Loosen your pants, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this is a story from Hometown Eejits, episode 45. This was the first appearance of this particular individual who ended up, I mean, God, we could have ended making an entire podcast series about him alone, such as the font of fucking Eejitry this man is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the first appearance of 3 of this year from none other than RFK Jr. And
Yeah, Junior's doing a lot of work in that sentence.
it sure is. And the story's not just about RFK Jr., it's about his little friend, the brainworm. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, I speak of none other than Russell Brand's new political best friend.
Really?
Yeah, RFK Jr. That's right. In a family of dysfunctional, fucked up Irish Americans, we've found the winner. RFK Jr. Wow. Wow. So, I'm sure because on the hiatus in the show, you probably have seen this. But if you haven't, the son of Robert Kennedy, RFK Jr., is in some ways like he's an environmentalist lawyer. He cares about a minimum wage. You know, there's some normal stuff, but there's an awful lot of cranky nonsense in his head, right? But he's running as a third-party candidate in the American presidential election with his new political party simply called We the People, which is obviously, I think it's the opening 3 words of the American Constitution. But if you just shorten it off from the rest, We the People just doesn't make any linguistic sense. Don't you mean we are the people? We the people? What, you want me to we on the people?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, jeez, it's almost like he's missing a part of his brain.
Well, yes, because it turns out because when you want to run for the presidency of the United States, you want people to know that you're sane, you're together, you're capable, and more than anything else, don't have a brain worm.
Yeah.
You don't have a worm in your brain that then died through starvation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So crazy.
It ate, yeah. That's and he told people this. Like he had a brain eat a part of his worm, and that he had a worm eat a part of his brain that apparently killed the parasitic worm. Which, what part did he eat? Then all of a sudden it was like I can't go on, and now he's got a dead worm in his head that has eaten part of his brain. And he wants to run for office.
And he thought people should know that. His very words were, this is 2010, his very words were, I was feeling very foggy-headed. So I went to the doctor, and it turns out it was caused by a worm that had got into my brain and ate a portion of it and then died. The bit that I love in that sentence is a portion. It's like the worm's there with a napkin, knife and fork. Give me some more brain over here.
Well, maybe it's his way of saying, like, I'm really like my dad. We're both missing parts of our brain. It would be like as if my dad had made it through.
Oh, Sirhan. I want to be like my dad. Yep. Yeah.
Well, I mean, and they say that the worm is dead, but is it? Or is it in there? Like, we've covered this before. We've had suspicions. Now, I'm not saying that there's actually a worm piloting him, but what I am saying is that if there is a worm in a human's head, it would be unfamiliar with vocal cords, and it wouldn't know how they work properly. And it would be taking some time.
I want to run for office. Yeah, do it like that. Talk like that. More like that. Like a human. I want to introduce my best buddy. Yeah, say Russell Brand. Everybody loves him. I think medicine causes autism. Yeah, that's it, stupid. Keep talking. And I seem to have chewed on the best bit of this brain.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I think I know what part of the brain the worm ate.
All of it. All of it. Cleaned it all out.
Yeah,
he's just sitting
it's just there like a fat dragon now. Just running the show.
Pulling strings. Tell him your party's called We the People. Not English, but who cares?
It won't matter. It won't matter to your base. Yeah, and here's the biggest problem with the world and democracy on a whole. He still kind of is the best candidate for many reasons. Like,
well, number one, he's a mere stripling at 70.
It's 70.
He's 70.
Shut up, I'm 45. Whatever rings your bell, sweetheart. I'm 45. I do press-ups.
Have you seen him?
I know.
Here I am, topless, doing press-ups.
He looks like one of those guys who can't feel pain. And that's how they get into like that kind of shape. But he probably can, but the worm has eaten his pain receptors. And now he's just, when he's not on camera, he's just doing push-ups in the back going, somebody shoot me, please. Somebody kill me. I can't stop doing this.
Shut up. Everybody loves a press-up.
He's very worth. This is his fighting talk. This is how he decided. Oh, what the hell is he say? His staffer said how he came about the worm because he was an environmentalist lawyer for years. Mm-hmm. So traveled the world campaigning for environmentalist things, which all, the sort of thing that somebody who's the son of a plutocratic, multi-generational, ultra-powerful political and economic and cultural family would do.
Yeah.
If they didn't have a worm in their brain. And then his staffer said he contracted it while working in Asia, Africa and or South America. Pretty vague, right? So you go, oh, that's good. I see. Right. Oh, that's fair enough. Right. He, on the other hand, said his reply to all this hoopla that started was, I offer to eat 5 more brain worms and I'll still be able to beat Biden or Trump, even with a 6-worm handicap. I mean, that is some brain worm talk, right?
That is a brain worm trying to get his friends into the party.
Tell me you're gonna eat 5 more brain worms. And make sure 3 of them are hot tamales. What? Yeah, we want 1 Asian brain worm, one from I don't know, like a South American brain worm, and a really hot South African brain worm. But make sure there's lots of.
Make sure they're open-minded.
Yeah.
I think offer to eat 5 open-minded brain worms.
Yeah, that's right. Make sure that those brain worms that got like an ass at both ends.
Yeah, they can be a bit chunky. As long as they're open-minded. They can be a tape. I don't mind.
We really don't mind. Tell them you'll eat a slug as well. Like a big one, really big. Tell them you'll eat a really big slug. Tell them you'll eat a snail, because I love a chick with her own house.
I offer to like who doesn't have a brain worm operating his brain says I offer to eat 5 more brain worm. We the people want brain worm power.
We the mollusks. Whatever the hell they are. We the invertebrates.
Yeah, exactly. Just tell them we want loads of worms.
Little wriggling, dancing worms.
Yeah.
Eat them. Eat them right alive. Let everyone see it.
Tell them I'm only willing to campaign in places that have just cut their grass and it's rained overnight. That's my kind of crowd. Tell them we're gonna. My first thing I gotta do when we get into power is we're gonna ban sparrows. Son of bitches.
Didn't Chairman Mao kill all the sparrows? Maybe this is what's going on. Have we been checking for worms in these people's brains when they die? How much are worms just causing all of the world's problems? It should be, I mean, you could check for brain worms. Like,
Sure
maybe
could.
it has to be like a prerequisite.
You just tap. Just tap and see what comes out the ear. That's what seabirds do. They do a little dance on the beach. They do a little dance with their feet, and the sea worms, the beach worms, they think that it's the rain, and then they pop their head out.
Wow!
And that's how the seagulls eat them. And that's what I think we're going to need to do. We're going to need to hold RFK Jr. down and just gently.
A little seabird dancing on his head, and he's just like, oh man, this reminds me of the 70s.
Get these commies out of here.
I've been way higher than this before.
He sure has, because he's a former heroin addict. Mm-hmm. There's actually a worm charming festival here in the UK.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think there's
Prince Charles. We need to have a worm charming festival.
something needs to bring this country together.
It's not worms, kid. Hey, sausage fingers, move it along, huh?
Oh man! But the thing is about his appeal is, amongst sensible policies, there's an awful lot of conspiracy stuff.
Yeah.
So, are you ready for a bit of conspiracy? This is genuinely true. So, researching this story, I googled it. I googled RFK Jr. Right, and on Google, you put in what you want, say if RFK Jr. space, and then it'll give you 10 options. Is it RFK policies, RFK history, RFK qualifications, RFK wife, net worth, all 10 of them. Not one of them was brainworm. Right? So I put in the next word, B, not brain. All of brain doesn't come up.
I can believe that.
RFK brainworm. Had to put the whole thing in before it would give me any articles. RFK Jr.'s running mate is a woman whose surname is Shanahan. And she's the ex-wife of the founder of Google, Sergey Brin. There you go. You don't have to vote for the brainworm boy. There's a conspiracy for you. The ex-wife of fucking Mr. Google won't let you Google RFK Jr. brainworm. Or certainly make it hard for you.
Yeah, I was surprised.
His policies. Shut the fuck up. Nobody's interested in RFK Jr.'s policies.
No, I'm not.
I don't know. I'm interested in what's going on in his worm, though.
Yeah, I want to hear what the worm has to say.
Yeah, exactly. Can we please bring
Who's talking? He should have to put on a little worm hat when the worm is talking.
He wants to talk again. It's him now.
It's like in Total Recall, Quato. Remember that?
People of America. Fuck off. I'm trying to talk to the worms over here.
Yeah, people of America, go in your backyard and get some worms. I need to talk to them.
I got very little to say to you Americans. Eat your pork as raw as possible. Raw pork is good for you.
I will be banning propane from here on in.
That's right.
You will have to cook your pork over wet bark.
From now on, all human sex is banned except for rimming at music festivals.
Oh, you like that one?
I tell you what, you dirty bastards. Fishermen, from now on in, if you can't tickle the fish out of the fucking water, that's it. There's no putting my brethren on your fucking, on a hook, sticking it in the lung of a fish, you fucking animals. There are enough policies for you people.
Those are the two major ones.
Exactly. No chopping us in half anymore. We don't double, stupid. Where do you get that idea from?
If I could eat one idea out of everybody's head, it's that ludicrous notion.
If I could eat one idea. It's almost noble.
If I could just... I have a dream.
No, I hate your dream.
I hate your dreams. You ever notice how many of your dreams involve worms?
Fucking Doom 3 up here.
Well, little white worms and little black worms will live together inside of presidential candidate minds. Yes, if you watching this on YouTube, I am smoking in here. No matter. There's no windows. Trust me, look in RFK's eyes. They ain't no windows to the soul.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Well, we wish you all the very best, RFK Jr.
Yeah, and your running mate, Russell Brand, and your Dick Cheney of a brain worm.
Just sitting there, up in the brain in a string vest, finishing up the end of a cheroot.
Yeah, get him to stick another cigar in his ear. Yeah, I need another one. A little tiny cigar.
That explains why he's been doing that.
Hey, CIA, if your cotton buds get nowhere, by the way.
Yeah. I want a little tiny bottle of whiskey. Well, tiny, enough for a worm. Enough big enough to fit into Doofus's ear, but small enough that I can drink it.
Exactly. Up the nose, it don't matter no more.
Yeah, he's very used to that.
That's maybe he wasn't a drug addict, and the brainworm was just like more.
Yeah, I'm listening to Lou Reed up in here. Send the golden brown in. Yeah, inject away, kid.
Yeah.
Hep C don't get to no worms.
The Hep C's up there too. He's got some little Hep C's running around helping with policy.
Little viruses, look at the cute little things. Never die, you know, they never die.
They won't.
Yeah,
It's like having an animatronic pet.
Oh, God, I love Eejits.
Yeah.
So great to be back.
Yeah.
Oh, God bless you, RFK Jr. You're an
indeed.
absolute font of stupidity.
Yeah.
Wonderful, though. Wonderful. You're an absolute credit to your family.
Yeah.
Your bootlegging gangster family.
You're smarter than Ted.
Wow. What a low bar compliment that is. Smarter than Ted Kennedy, the Lion of the Senate.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine too? And Ted Kennedy knows that also. And he would know that the part of his brain had been eaten by a worm.
Ted Kennedy?
No, he'd know that about. They weren't brothers, were they?
No, it was his uncle. Ted
Yeah.
was the youngest of that generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'd know that even his nephew that had his brain eaten.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ted would have drank to the very end of every single bottle of tequila.
Oh,
so he
yeah.
will have met some of the worms, all right.
Ted Kennedy's brain.
There seems to be a worm in here. Oh, what kind of jackass put a worm inside a tequila bottle?
Well, I'm sure you also remember where you were on July 17th, Andrew, because that is when we exposed the Dildo Man of Canada.
Yes. A story that has literally everything Canadian in it.
It's sweet. It's as Canadian as a maple syrup robbery.
Exactly. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen, whether you're north or south of that parallel line.
Yeah, or you straddle it.
We've got a Canadian double header.
Yeah. Brush and lover boy. Back to back. And then the bands fight afterwards. I take Loverboy in it because there's 5 of them. There's only 3 of Rush. But one of them's Neil Peart.
I have absolutely no idea what happened here. Don't know who any of those people were. Now then, there's... Let me start again. This is... Are you... Now then...
That's how much you like that.
No, I liked it. It's staying in. Now then, they discovered... This is a genuine headline from one of your leading newspapers in Canada.
Oh, the Winnipeg Goose?
Sadly, no.
All the news fit the hunk.
It must be really hot in here, but I'm really tickled. No, it's not the Saskatchewan Bugle either. If you hum a story, we'll play it.
Why does my paper come with a Casio keyboard? You gotta play it. You gotta. There's musical notes involved in that too.
All right. Who's ready for a news story from the Great White North? Here we go, guys. This tale is coming from the Maritimes.
Oh, yes.
The damp eastern seaboard of Canada.
The weirdest part of a weird country.
Not saying something. Not a saying something.
Right in the weird hole of the weird place.
Right, well, you know what I mean? There might be weird holes all over, but there's always one daddy weird hole.
Yeah.
The king of the weird holes. Anyway, it was the Toronto...
Is Daddy Weird Hole still wrestling?
I want to go back and discuss more about how the Catholic Church getting into wrestling would look like.
That's Daddy Weird Hole. That was his whole thing.
Monsignor Weird Hole was his real name.
Yeah.
It's just a ring set up in the middle of St. Peter's Square. Just the baddie throwing holy water in people's eyes.
Defrocker goes home. That was the match. In the cage. Whoever gets defrocked is how it leaves town. Which is... That's actually how they did do business for a while there.
Yeah. This is for the Intercontinental Frock. You win this, you go to the big one. Anyway, so this is a genuine news headline last year from the Toronto Star.
Oh.
If this word salad makes any sense. Dildo man captures phallic iceberg in Conception Bay. All of that. Oh, by the way, do you know the fact-checking organisation online that stops disinformation? They're called Snopes. Mm-hmm. Yes? Snopes reviewed this story and gave it a, yes, it's true.
Yeah.
This is true. What that headline meant, Dildo man captures phallic iceberg in Conception Bay.
Well, what it is, and I can see where the confusion is, that's not a Canadian superhero. That's...
Dildo man!
Yeah. Hey, we're scot-free! Running away from the bank with all the loot in his hands. Oh, we're gonna make it! I wish I'd worn tighter pants and not just my sweats. Dildo man's like, Dildo man, is there anything you can do? Yeah, there is. Let me just get it onto the right setting.
Oh, Dildo man's out there. His light's in the sky.
Dildo man, they made it into the water. They're swimming away. Is there anything? Yeah, it actually works like what? It works like a submarine. Hold on. Guy thought he had a pike up there. No way. Dildo man, got him again.
Dildo man and his faithful, trusty sidekick, Rubber Fanny.
You gotta hose her down after a long day. I'll tell you that much.
His only superpowers, you can turn him out inside out and put him under the tap.
Sadly, comes in handy a lot.
Dildo man and his arch enemy, the double ender. You know the real danger of double enders, you don't know whether he's coming or going.
Yeah. Duplicitous individual. Two-faced.
That's right. No, the story's even crazier. So it was a genuine iceberg. Mother Nature had allowed an iceberg. You gotta see this iceberger. I mean, it's an absolute whopper.
For some.
It was clearly a virgin as well because friction will melt you.
Yeah.
Virgin iceberg one.
Yeah, I was a virgin, but it was definitely springtime.
Is that what you say? Is that your excuse? Everything's starting to thaw.
No, I'm just saying it was standing to attention. You know, it was.
Apologies, that's a good guy. It's very hot in here. I got it now. Spring Duke, gotcha. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
You deserve a better comedy partner.
Well, I couldn't find one.
Anyway, so this is
That started out. I was trying to make a nice. Comment there, but it just sounded like I couldn't find one. It's how you read these things.
It is.
Yeah.
Well,
that was a double-ended compliment.
That's. I think the double ender has been unveiled. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so this giant erect ice cock floating along the Canadian coast of Newfoundland. For added fun, it was first sighted in Dick's Cove.
Yes, it was. And I'm gonna guess at some point, did it come by chance?
No idea. Is that a town called Come by Chance? Is it really?
Oh yeah. Fantastic. It's the weirdest place in a weird country, Andrew.
You're not wrong, because it turns out, ladies and gentlemen of the outside world, there is a bay called Conception Bay.
Oh yes.
Yes, there is.
Oh, I get that now. I get it.
Yeah. But the weirdest part of all, and there was a giant ice cock floating past Dick's Cave and found in Conception Bay, because there is an actual town in Canada called Dildo.
That's right.
Must be very proud.
We are. I can just imagine how the locals felt when they were drinking their moonshine, kissing cod, just to look up and go, well, that's weird. What the hell is that? Okay, back to kissing the fish. That's what they do. It's called getting screeched in.
Pardon?
It's the newfies do it. They drink a moonshine called Screech.
All right.
And they pluck a cod from the sea, a dead one, I believe. But you have to kiss the cod and take a shot of Screech, and then you're a newfie, or you're an honorary newfie.
Right.
That was that. Yeah.
Right.
Much. People at home, if they've been to Canada, they know what I was talking about.
I think Canada wouldn't have a migration crisis right now if that was just that was how you got your residency. Houses wouldn't be going through the roof in Vancouver and Toronto.
Yeah, if you had to just live in Newfoundland for a year, then that's where they kept everybody. I don't know.
So, it says here that you're an orthopedic surgeon. Guess Canada could do one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Have you kissed a dead fish yet, son?
How bad do you want to be a Canadian, sir? Because we got a lonely cod here. And we hadn't been kissed for, a day.
Yep. This fish is being dragged ashore off the coast of Dildo.
You want to live here for a year? You kiss it, or you fuck it, you can stay forever. How does that sound?
What do you reckon? Do you reckon which came first?
I don't know, the fish, maybe.
Okay, I don't know what question you were answering, but I was talking about which came first. Who got the use of the word dildo first?
Oh,
sex toy makers or an obscure Canadian town?
I don't think it's named after a sex toy. I think it's an Irish term from the 1600s.
I think you'll find it is not. Ireland may have towns such as Muff, but what it does not have is towns named after sex toys.
Well, maybe that's why they had to move to Canada.
Big on with you.
And the entire community of sex toy fashioners.
Yeah, they all floated there on penis logs.
Just rolled.
They burrowed all the way from Ireland on their massive dildos, and then they met up with a big dick iceberg, and they all crawled on it like penguins. They showed up.
Good day.
Yeah.
Obviously, we made the world's largest floatable vibrator All the lads in the town were involved. But obviously this was before electricity, so it was a coal-fired dildo. Yeah. Got a lot of smoke out the back.
All I'm thinking is with this iceberg, that is exactly the same flow that the Titanic would have been going through. Yeah. And we may have explained why the Titanic
was so fucked.
Yeah. And why they felt the need to hit it. Because they were trying to save the women's dignity.
Good Lord. There's a phallus on the starboard, sir.
There's a giant iceberg, Captain. Not that big. I'll crash through it with my ship, with my massive cock. Huh? Why don't you look at this? And the fiddlers played. So did the captain.
Somebody stay on deck. Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, man.
There you go. So
well, we salute you,
yes.
Giant Ice Dick.
Giant, yes. And Dildo Man, for the love of God, we need you more than ever before. Surely you, as you look down on Gotham City...
Why don't you answer the buzz?
Can't you see that people are very frustrated? Dildo Man, for the love of God, come out of retirement and take the edge off these business women. Well, there you go. Well,
at least come down and mix us some drinks. You can use it for that too. You don't have to just... There's a lot of things you can use it for.
Yeah, but not for the first time. We thank Canada for being the antidote to all things American and insane.
Yeah.
Thank you, Canada.
That's how you act weird, America. You do it Canadian style. When no one gets hurt, they just go down to the shore and look at the big dick float by. They don't...
That's right.
You finish that joke.
Oh, God damn it. You're all comedy fans you're working at.
I'm hungry. It's hot in here. I don't have time for your punchlines. You write them at home. You write them in. We're reachable on Twitter or whatever the fuck it's called now. You finish it yourself.
Wow. You Canadians get irascible when it gets over 12 degrees.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. This is like dog years for me. Goddamn Canadian and the hottest box of Canadians ever known. This is called the Canadian sauna.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Another quality episode.
Thank you very much for joining us on this week's Eejits of the World.
Eejits of the World.
Please, what we're saying to you is less political violence, more giant floating cocks.
And a hot dog.
And a hot dog. If the giant icy cock doesn't tickle your fancy, there's a hot dog on the way.
Or you could go watch Lionel Messi sit on the bench in a Miami jumpsuit, tracksuit.
Sure, why not? And finally, from this episode, from your Christmas Day spectacular, ladies and gentlemen, a spectacularly long story.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. From the 14th of February, ladies and gentlemen. What for most people is St. Valentine's Day. But here on Eejits of the World, it's simply known as Mr. Eejits Day.
Yes.
I think it was probably the fourth or fifth time in the entire history of the podcast where we truly lost our minds.
I know. And I revealed that my Mr. T impression is nowhere close to Andrew's.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is by far the I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
Say it like Mr. T, Andrew. Let T say it.
Okay. You're right, Glenn. There's only one way to say it, Glenn. Happy Christmas, and this is 20 minutes of Mr. T.
I thought they were a bit thin on the ground with celebrities this year. I mean, Mr. T, every year he's there with another...
Fantastic, but he looks great.
Yeah,
how old can Mr. T be?
It's always a pun on his name, and it's always like, it wasn't this funny that he used to do this. It's not like... Yeah,
but I also think, like, how old would you have to be to know who he was?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, the A-Team hasn't been on the telly for a very long time, and he followed it up with nothing. Right? Other than doing ads. Here's Mr. T.
I know. Yeah, he's been a parody of himself for quite some time now.
He looks fantastic, though. He's still got his mohawk. He's still got all the, well, him in the pawn office. Pawnbrokers still all have all his jewellery. I'm going to get the elbow. I'm going to advertise Dr. Peppers. Give me all my stuff again. Is there just once, could you ask nicely? This is me asking nicely.
Mr. T never break character.
No. There ain't no character to break. I look naked. I ain't got no gold on me. Straight after every ad once a year, Mr. T just whistling with all his jewellery in a shopping bag, back to the pawn office.
Yeah.
Take it back for another year. I'm not gonna need any of this, Raymond. Good God, man, just take the goddamn jewelry. I'm not gonna need it. I got a whole year to grow my hair out and not walk around with all this goddamn clanky jewelry on me.
70-year-old man.
I just
Drag myself down the street.
It's great if the voice comes with the jewelry. It's going, God damn it, another goddamn year done. Boom, boom, boom. Man, once again, I am the voice and face of Hertz Rental. Goddamn motherfucker. Take the goddamn jewelry, Raymond. That is a huge relief. Finally, to break character.
I can sleep now.
That's right.
Yeah, Raymond's got it on.
Do not give me the T.
No refunds. I'm shutting this pawnbroker at 2 in the afternoon. Raymond the pawnbroker's hair falling out in lines. It's happening.
It's like the mask.
I tell you, Raymond, man, when I do this, great power comes with great responsibility. Y'all can't just shout at everybody the whole time. Well, fair play to him. Like, he looks fantastic.
He does.
And he
It's
must be.
haunted jewelry. Now we know.
It's not haunted. It's possessed. A different thing. 50 different chains. Every one of them possessed by a very loud man.
Becoming a super voice.
Good old Mr. T.
Yeah.
I was glad to see him.
Yeah.
And you don't need to go, and thank you, Mr. T. Everybody knows exactly what they're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Mr.
he doesn't
T.
have to. He doesn't have to read for anything.
Not at all. We're not sure whether this is the direction you want to take. You tell me what it is.
Tea.
Tobago. You want to book a holiday? You want to go on vacation? Tobago. No matter what it is, I'll shout it.
Could you do it shoutier?
Impossible. I can't.
I gotta protect
Goddamn
my voice.
hell explode.
I gotta protect my voice. I'm doing a sat nav tomorrow. Turn left, sucker.
Man, it's a fool who don't merge right now.
Taking the right two lanes. Oh, good old Mr. T. Ah, well, we wish you the best, Mr. T.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, of all for me.
We'll see you next year.
Yeah, for all the celebrities, the constellation of American firepower celebrities there. I mean, for me, Mr. T was the one.
Yeah. It's not the Super Bowl without him.
No.
It's kind of like Christmas with Santa Claus now. Here he comes.
My season.
Breaking into just all the commercials.
That'd be great.
The Porsche 911 is one of the...
Too noisy.
Next! Mr. T just walking through every line. The high-pro medicine don't work!
Oh, what about Michael Cera trying to get in on that too?
Oh,
that was the worst ad where
That was sad.
Yeah, he's like.
It was some sort of skin cream.
But it was real. Like it was like CeraVe, and but I thought, why? What is this an ad for? And then it turned out like CeraVe is a real skin.
It's an ointment.
Yeah, some sort of salve, and it can't possibly work. I don't know, but
Are you disputing the power of CeraVe cream? Look, feel my elbows, sucker. They smooth like a baby's bum. Feel them. That's Super Bowl 3 times back, man. That's Super Bowl 42. That's why I'm so smooth, man. Used to be called Mr. T Cream. But my ex-wife didn't win a court about all that.
Mrs. T.
That's right, Mrs. T.
She's gone back to her maiden letter, though, actually, since the divorce.
That's right. I was married to Margaret Thatcher, Mrs. T. We were the original 1980s odd couple. She wanted to slash public sector spending, but I personally believe in Keynesian economics. You take money away from suckers, they can't spend them for money, sucker. Your economy just keep getting smaller. So you want to know how Mr. T know about macroeconomics? Super Bowl 76. I was advertising the University of Chicago's economics department faculty.
Just started lingering around the halls, shooting a commercial. Pop my head in. Do the course.
Do the course. Now I know all about economics.
Good luck to the Wolves. Good luck to Monarchs, Wolves, and elderly Welshmen.
And all who ride on her.
No, no, no.
I actually thought you were censoring yourself in the middle of that. No, 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 Glenn. No.
Yeah, I was just.
Wrong! You gone wrong, Glenn.
That's right. I'm going to actually have to hire Mr. T to rein you in. I'm going to get him to pop up in the middle of this podcast.
You gone too far, Glenn.
That's my angel on my shoulder.
It's everybody's angel.
Little T.
Mr. T, the car angel. I'll tell you what car company to use. Never buy the insurance at the actual kiosk. What the hell's wrong with you? You buy the insurance once a year from Go Car.
So great. Mr. T could just be there to fucking steer you right every time you fuck up in life.
Yeah, he just knows so much about all the interactions in public.
He's done every one of them at this stage.
He's the best grandpa to have. He just anything you call him up with any problem.
What the hell's wrong with you? Take the chemotherapy. You might be a monarch, but you're also a numbnut, son. What do you think these people are pulling chemotherapy out of the hills? They've been working on this shit for 50 years. The hell's in your potion anyway? Smell like lavender. Made me tired. Made me sleepy. You know how old I am? You think I want to be sleeping right now when I'm talking to the King of England? No, you listen, I'll talk. Am I the one with the goddamn prostate cancer? No, I had it 5 years ago. Gone. Full remission. You know why? Took the medicine, that's why. Potion. You know what potions are for? Love making. Oil her up good with a potion. She gotta be in the mood in the first place. You just topping it all off, man. You just sealing the deal. You have to seduce her with your mind and your body and your soul. You can't just lather a potion on a lady. She got to know what's happening. She got to know you're coming. And in the case of Mr. T, everybody know I'm coming. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, man. I'm about to shoot. I'm about to blow here.
I would actually hate to hear Mr. T whisper. That would be scary.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like if after everything, he's like, I'm going to be straight with you. Oh, jeez.
I got to talk
The
to you.
yelling's done. We're going to talk now.
Charles, I got to talk to you, man. It ain't death sentence no more. But you got to take the medicine, man. I got damn potions. What the hell you talking about, man? You a wizard? You a king, not a wizard?
King ain't a wizard, and a wizard ain't a king.
That's right. You got a crown, not a pointy hat. Look me in the eyes, man. Do I look like I hang around with men with pointy hats? Oh, white dude in a pointy hat? No. I don't like wizards.
You didn't wait for Merlin to die for 70 years.
We've come to the end of the podcast, and all I can think about is Mr. T. How Mr. T makes everything better.
Yeah. That was great.
Get a regular checkup, man. Check your blood pressure. If it's too high, it's bad for you, man. You're going in a dangerous zone, man. Higher blood pressure, more likely you're going to have a stroke. You want to have 2 different types of faces? That what y'all want?
Bit of the two-faced fool.
I pity the fool that don't take chemotherapy seriously. I know you're scared right now. Everybody will be. It's normal to be scared. You goddamn it, you the king of England now, man. You gotta take this shit seriously.
I don't pity the full remission.
Stop talking to plants, man. Time to put your bullshit overpriced biscuits away, son. Nobody give a shit about your biscuits no more. You the king. You got a constitutional responsibility to this goddamn kingdom. Take your medicine like a big boy.
What happens if he doesn't have a will? What? It's just like all the people who've lost their money in the duchy. Does it just go back? He doesn't believe in chemotherapy or wills, and now we don't have a country. We can't.
Nobody knows. I was the last man told them.
I'm sorry, we the unwritten constitution of Great Britain, as I can tell you. It's the last man to actually shout in the king's face. Becomes the new liege lord of the kingdom. And that will obviously be Mr. Terence. Terence, is it?
Felonious fool. What's wrong with y'all?
My God, I would love to see the fucking crown Mr. T came up with. It would be like ridiculous.
Like a slinky. Crown upon crown upon crown. All the way up. All the way to sty.
You should see me go down the stairs.
Just Mr. T coming into the royal jewers in the Tower of London, just like in his usual Mr. T stuff.
I want something subtle. Something understated. Like these gold and diamonds on my pinky.
The only Mr. T could look at the crown jewels of England and go,
Shit, that's kind of white bread. Can we
Make conservative.
we throw a little bit of spice in this gumbo or what, man?
I lost it. I got it.
Let's make this thing work, goddammit.
We noticed.
What the hell are we? Amish? Do I look Amish to you? Look at this orb, man. Look like a tennis ball. Nothing going on. Look at this scepter, man. Look like a dog shitty stick. Then the biggest damn ruby you can find. That all you got? Got a ruby the size of a pear. The hell, man? I'm a king of England. I want a ruby the size of a cantaloupe, a damn cantaloupe.
I want you to hollow out a ruby, and I want to wear it on my head. And a big red ruby head with a crown on top.
And right, I want to be purple all the way around.
I want to live inside a ruby.
And when I'm done with all this shit, it's time to move on to the throne, man. So uncomfortable, man. I want a throne that's also a lazy boy. While I'm meeting dignitaries from abroad, man, I can flip out and get my legs up, man. You any idea how old Mr. T actually is? I need to put my damn legs up, man.
Boy me a fox.
Pull me up a goddamn fox, man. My legs are achy. Gotta meet all these damn ambassadors. Damn uncomfortable chair. I like it.
That's what yeah. You think I watched the last coronation? Oh my God, if you coronated Mr. T, my fucking God. Do it like at halftime. The Super Bowl.
I just love every state visit. Every single state visit. Mr. T boarding the royal jet at the top.
Wave it up. All right, you fool. Get back to work, man. Clunk.
This will be the royal thumper. Yes, I've been 5 years now. I've been in the royal retinue. It's my job to smite His Majesty over the back of the head and drag him onto planes and helicopters.
to the fucking the global warming conferences. The ones that Charles goes to.
Get hot. Who else feel too damn hot? Man, I'm hot. Gotta take 2 showers a day, man. Here.
Echoing through his ruby. Like, we can't understand you. Sir, you're gonna have to take your head ruby off. None of us can hear a word you say.
Slowly, His Majesty Mr. T removing his giant head ruby.
When I grew up on the south side of Chicago as a boy, I dreamt of having any size of ruby. Mr. Peterson, he had a ruby. He owned a sandwich bar. Always wanted to be like Mr. Peterson. Never for a ruby. Never thought a boy from Southside Chicago would ever be out for a ruby. So if I want to wear a ruby the size of a fucking 20-liter bucket on my head, that's what the hell gonna happen. Why the hell am I here anyway? This is window dressing. Pay your taxes, you goddamn billionaires. Paulie, how the fuck did I get here in the first place? One of y'all knocked me out again.
Oh, Mr. T.
Yeah.
Well. God, that was, what a roller coaster of Eejits, Glenn.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I believe you're coming to my hometown soon. Is that not true?
I am. It's in January, and it's on the 8th, but I don't know what the name of the venue is.
Wonderful.
I don't know what time it's on at.
Amazing.
I don't even
plug.
know how much tickets are, but it's all findable on the internet.
Just like all the Eejits, Glenn.
Yeah.
Well, Dublin, if you're looking forward to seeing Glenn some point in January, just put the name Glenn Wool plus Dublin, January 2025.
January 8th. I know the date. I just
All right,
don't know
January.
anything else about it.
More than enough. They'll find it, Glenn. They'll find
Yeah.
it.
And if you can't find it, I don't want you there.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want the unenthusiastic at Glenn's gig.
No.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the first half of our Christmas/New Year's Eejits of the World Unwrapped 2024 Spectacular. If you enjoyed it, there's 70 hours waiting for you of more and more and more and more and ever more Eejits.
Yeah.
We're on all the social medias. Please like and subscribe. Throw us a comment wherever you get your podcast. Give us a review. It all makes a huge difference to us. Well, there's only one left thing to say, isn't there, Glenn? It's been a Pod People production.
A Pod People production.
It's been a Pod People production. Actually, there's one last thing to say, Mr. Glenn.
Okay.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
And joyeux Noël to all the Quebecois who are tapping their trees right now.
May we.
May
Merci
we
bien.
what?